Hello everyone, how you doing? This is my Villa and United preview. It's a pivotal clash at Villa Park. We got the high flying, third in the table, 9-game winning streak. Villa against us, who are still finding their rhythm. We haven't really found that rhythm yet. We're still inconsistent. So this will be a tough one. However, Villa have only beaten us one in the last 6 games. So it would be really tough on paper for us to win this one. The streak that Villa are in. I'm going to discuss what I think Villa's tactics are going to be. I'm going to discuss what I think United's tactics are going to be. And I'm going to give you what my lineup is going to be and the score prediction. So let's get into the video. So let's start with Villa. So Villa are going to probably use that 4-2-3-1. They've used it quite often this season. The same formation, 4-2-3-1. And I think Villa like to prioritize breaking the press. And what I mean by that is they like to play short from the back. They like getting the ball out to Kamara and Onana, who are just before the defenders. And then they'll probably knock it out vertically to McGinn, Tillmans, or Rodgers. And Rodgers is really dangerous once he gets the ball and starts running at you. And then they like to pass it through to Watkins if he can, if he gets behind the defense. And that's how they play. They like to overload that midfield, which is our weakness. And it is a big weakness because we like doing the whole ball out to the wings, cut in, cut out, cross constantly. We don't like playing through that middle. But Villa can play through the middle by passing it through and Watkins getting behind the defense. So it's going to be a tough game because we like to get the ball out to the wings, like I said. We like to get it through to the 10s. And then we get exposed on the transition. And if Villa break on the transition, they've got more players in midfield than we have. And wow, the rest is history, So I like with Bournemouth, our back three looked isolated when our midfield press was bypassed. And that's something that Villa is good at, especially with the 5-man midfield. So it will be a really tough game. But on the bright side, Sancho can't play against us. He's ineligible. That's the word. Barkley's out with a knee. You got Mings out with a thigh. You got Torres out with a muscle injury. You got Martinez still out with a back injury. So it's going to be Bezat in goal. Whereas for us, we've got Mbeumo, Ahmad, and Mazraoui Afcon. You got Casemiro, who's suspended. And then we got Maguire and Delic both out. Maguire, I think, is hamstring that I've heard because we weren't really sure what the injury was with him. And Delict, he's been training by himself, but he's not fully fit to start. And it will be a tough game. And I don't think it'll be... It might even be like back and forth. I think it'll be like a back and forth. But we don't know what team's going to turn up. We don't know what formation Amorim's going to play. We don't even know whether we're going to be poor, we're going to be good. Like against Bournemouth, first 25 minutes, we were amazing. It's the best football I've seen us play in a long time. And then after that, that was it. It's done. Second half, we were all over the place. They were cutting through a midfield, which Villa are good at doing, like I said. They were smashing their defense. Our defense was all over the place. And Villa looking dangerous, especially on the winning streak, especially when they want to stay there. And it's not a game that it's not a game that we need to lose. It's a game that we must win, or at least get a result to stay up in the top of the table. Because Villa win, they're 10 points ahead of us in probably 3rd place. That 10-point gap will be hard to cut down, and then we'll be playing ineffectively for 4th. So yeah, that is what I think Villa's pros and cons are. That is what I think our pros and cons are. Now I'm going to go into what I think the lineup is going to be. So I'm going to go into the first lineup. I've done 2 lineups, one for the 4-3-3, and then I've done one for the 3-4-3. And I'm going to go with a 3-4-3-1 first. So I've gone with Lamans in goal. I've gone with Yoro, Heaven, Shaw as the back 3. I reckon they'll be the back 3. I don't think Martinez will start. I don't think he's fully fit yet. He was a bit rusty when he came on against Bournemouth. I think Dalla will switch from the left to the right. So he'll be starting on the right. I think Bruno will probably end up playing in midfield still. So I don't think in the 3-4-3, I don't think Mainoo will come on. until the second half as a sub, but it won't be a starter. So I've gone with Bruno with Ugarte in the midfield as the two double pivot in the midfield, and I got Dorgu on the left. Now the number 10s, Cunha and Mount, because the way Mount's been playing, I think he needs to start. And then we got Sesko back, and Sesko looked all right against Bournemouth when he come on. He got that somewhat of an assist with Cunha, so that's how he looked. So that's basically the first lineup, and as much as I want Mainu to start, I don't know. I don't think he'll start because Bruno and Mainu are pretty much fighting for the same position. Well, not even fighting. Bruno's well ahead of him in that position. And I think Ugarte is more of a defensive player than Mainu is, so that beats out Mainu for me. But if we switch to the 4-3-3, it's totally different because I've gone for Lamens in goal. Then I've gone for Dalot, switched him from the midfield to the defense on the right side. Then I've gone for Euro and Heaven in the middle, and I've gone for Short on the left. And having two youngsters in midfield would slightly worry me. But, you know, in the three that I had before, we still had Euro and Heaven in defense. Now, this is where I think Main will probably start. So Main will probably go onto the right side of midfield. Dorgu will probably end up being on the left side of midfield. He might even put Dalot, actually. Dalot might even start on the right side of midfield. Dorgu will probably start on the left side of midfield. Bruno Fernandes in the middle of it. And then we've got Cunha, Mount, and Sesko up front. Now, with this one, I weren't sure who to put. Dalot is obviously going to be in defense, so he won't be starting where Mainu is. So I've got Mainu there. So that's the only way I see Mainu starting for those who really want Mainu to start, because I don't really see him starting in that 3-4-3. But those are my predicted lineups, and my score prediction for this one is going to be, unfortunately, a loss to United, because I don't really see us beating Villa, especially with the midfield, especially with Ahmad and Mbeumo out, because Mbeumo hasn't been playing his best, but Ahmad's been balling the last few games. So we're really going to miss him on this one, and I'm thinking 2-0 Villa. That's my prediction. If you do get a goal, it's probably going to be 3-1 Villa. So it's going to be either 2-0, 3-1, I reckon, to Villa. I don't think we'll win this one. It's a game that we must win, but I just don't think we'll win it. But thanks for watching, guys. That's my preview for the game, and I hope you enjoyed it. See you on the next video. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell. But for now, I'll see you later.